So last night was fucking terrifying. Not gonna lie to you guys. There was an intense couple minutes that, I think most people missed because it was in like a little obscure corner of the internet following specific news accounts where we had this massive scare. So look at what we saw last night. Now, let me just tell you up front. Everybody relax. Everything worked out. Okay, so what happened is not what we thought was happening in the moment, but I'm about to walk you through what we all experienced last night. Like news junkie Twitter. So BNO News said the following at 6:28 p.m. Eastern Time. Breaking. Japan says North Korea has launched a missile, warns people to seek shelter immediately. So I saw this and I go, holy fucking shit. Like, I'm confused, right? Because, you would think to the extent there's any beef over there, it's prominently North Korea and South Korea. That, there might not be good relations between North Korea and Japan, but certainly not as bad as it is between North Korea and South Korea, right? So I'm confused. But then I'm also thinking, like, well, hold on, but if the Japanese government said seek shelter, like, this must be serious. This must be real. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through exactly how it unfolded to me so you can see what it was like. So 6:28 p.m., that's what we saw. The very next thing I see, Japanese broadcaster telling people to take shelter after government issues rare warning for North Korean missile launch. And it says, missile warning, the Japanese government is warning a missile could be flying toward Japan. Stay indoors or find shelter. We will bring you more details soon. North Korean missile likely launched. So this is, I guess, 6:34. This is when I saw this one, right? Then I saw this one. Breaking. South Korea's defense ministry confirms North Korea has launched a missile heading east. All right, so at this point, I'm like, again, I saw this after it. I'm not sure if this actually came out chronologically in the order that I saw it, but I'm just explaining to you the order that I saw these tweets. So I see this and I go, holy shit, like, this thing is real. I need answers. And I keep, like, refreshing Twitter, looking at, the more well-known news outlets to get some verification. And then I see this, 6:39 p.m., the AFP news agency, breaking, North Korea fires an unidentified ballistic missile, Seoul's military says. So now you have AFP reporting it. Because, look, I would understand. BNO News, I think they do a pretty decent job. But I would understand people saying, well, that's not... I don't know that news source as well as I know the others, so it's questionable as to how legitimate it is. But then when I see the AFP verified, I'm like, holy fucking shit, right? Then, at 6:44, breaking, North Korean missile has flown over Japan, warning canceled, government says. Whew. Fucking phew, dog. Holy shit. That was fucking scary as fuck, right? Goddamn. So, look, I mean, it's not like this is a non-issue now, right? Because why the fuck is North Korea doing missile tests, shooting them over Japan? I mean, that's incredibly dangerous. Because as it was happening, you're thinking, well, hold on. How many, like, automatic responses get triggered as a result of a missile in the air flying towards Japan? Right? Like, do they have some sort of sequence in order, some process that's unleashed the second that they know a missile's heading towards them? I don't know. So it creates all this uncertainty and leads to danger to increase because there could be some sort of automatic response from Japan against North Korea. So all based off an accident, we could spark World War III, or, the U.S. could have been involved in some way, shape, or form behind the scenes in a retaliation effort that triggers automatic. Like, you don't know what's going to happen, right? And so when I saw this, holy shit, it was like a giant weight was lifted off of my shoulders. And so here's the rundown of how it went. North Korea missile scare, launch detected at 6:22 p.m. Eastern Time, overflew Japan towards the Pacific. Japan issued rare emergency alert. People nationwide were told to seek shelter. Missile no longer poses a threat. Unclear if missile is still in the air. Okay. And so look what we have. This is what was happening in Japan as this warning dropped. Look at this. God damn, that's loud as fuck and scary as fuck. Let me lower it a little bit. How fucking creepy is that, man? Holy shit. How panicked would you be in that scenario? Holy shit, dog. It's crazy. It's out of this world. All right, so I just want to show you a little bit on Japan-North Korea relations here, because I was very curious after that scare. Japan-North Korea relations refers to international relations between Japan and North Korea. Relations between Japan and North Korea have never been formally established, but there have been diplomatic talks between the two governments to discuss the issue of kidnapped Japanese citizens and North Korea's nuclear program. Relations between the two countries are severely strained and marked by tension and hostility. According to a 2014 BBC World Service poll, 91% of Japanese people view North Korea's influence negatively, with just 1% expressing a positive view, the most negative perception of North Korea in the world. Wow. That's amazing. So an even more negative view than South Korea, an even more negative view than the U.S. Oh shit, I had something highlighted that went away here. Where was it? Here we go. This is what I wanted to read. Right here. So this is like North Korea-Japan relations recently. Over the years, North Korea did much to discredit itself in the eyes of many potential supporters in Japan. Japanese who had accompanied their spouses to North Korea and had endured severe hardships and were prevented from communicating with relatives and friends in Japan. So that's interesting, that some Japanese people were in North Korea and they were basically like, shut off from the world. Japan watched with disdain as North Korea gave safe haven to elements of the Japanese Red Army, which Japan designates as a terrorist group. North Korea's inability or refusal to pay its debts to Japanese traders also reinforced popular Japanese disdain for North Korea. Japan-North Korea relations turned more antagonistic in the late 1980s. The two governments did not maintain diplomatic relations and had no substantive contacts. The opposition Japan Socialist Party nonetheless had cordial relations with the North Korean regime. Japan allowed trade with North Korea only through unofficial channels, reportedly exceeding $200 million annually, US dollars annually. Issues in Japan-North Korea relations that produced tensions included North Korean media attacks on Japan, Japan's imposition of economic sanctions on North Korea for terrorist acts against South Korea in the 1980s, and unpaid North Korean debts to Japanese enterprises of about $50 million. As of 2017, Japan-North Korea relations are at an all-time low after North Korea, on two separate occasions, test-launched nuclear-capable ballistic missiles into Japanese waters. So this is even more extreme than this, right? Now, we don't know if that missile was nuclear, but we know there was a missile, and we know it went right over Japan, through their airspace and everything. So, as bad as it is to launch missiles into Japanese waters, it's got to be worse to, go literally like directly over the country where we have a scare where we think there's an attack that's being launched. So, yeah, this is not good. I'm sure that this is, triggered a diplomatic crisis even worse than it is right now behind the scenes. And, it's tough to look at this situation and take a deep breath and say, holy fuck, we got lucky, but we kind of did, because for a minute there was a real World War III scare. So, in a sense, I'm relieved, even though I know there's still massive, massive underlying issues.